Hey Dreamers, I'm Bryce, and I don't know what my favorite Metallica song is. Could it be Disposable Heroes? Let's find out using math. Cue the intro.
So Ted, give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! Disposable Heroes, track number 5 off of Master of Puppets. That means we only have this song and 3 others left before we're at the end of the record. And I'm going to be really honest with all of you. There is a lapse in my Metallica fanhood where this song falls. For the last, I don't know how long, I've been trying to remember how this song goes, and I don't remember. Is this the one that says Back to the Front? I feel like it is, but every time I try to recall this song, I get it confused with a few of the songs on Justice for All. So I feel like this song probably fits better on Injustice for All. Or maybe we could take it and trade it for a Justice song, and then Master of Puppets will be even better. You're all going to hate me because you're like, this is the best record of all time. And I'm like, So I have heard it before. I know this song. I just can't remember it for some reason. So just so you know, I'm coming into this one real fresh. We're gonna get a real fresh review out of this. Anyway, I can't grade it based off of me not remembering it. I can only grade it on the following categories. We have lyrics, instrumentation, composition, memorability, and of course, emotional response. It's a sliding scale of 0 to 4, and all of them add up to a grand total of 20 points. We'll see what score this one gets at the end and whether or not it makes it to the top 10. So, without further ado, let's find out how the heck this song begins. Am I right? Is it this one? Is it Back to the Front? Is it the one that does that? No, it is this one! Okay, yeah. I'm so mad at myself because I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how the intro was going, and I wanted it to be I want it to be that one, and then I'm like, no, it's not that one. That's from Justice. And then I'm like, dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm like, no, that one's from Justice as well. And I'm going, dun, 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 dun. And I'm like, no, that's Short of Straw, the one I was just singing. I can't remember. I'm so glad that it has toms and hits because I thought that's how it began. But like, I got to start this over again because I had to react to that. I want you to hear the floor tom here. It's there's the last couple hits. There's some it's switches. I'm not what I'm trying to say is that the floor tom is going, and then he lets go of the floor tom, and he actually does some kick. You can't see my feet, but he does some kick drum hits. So those last couple hits are actually kick drum. Listen. You got some wah guitar. And then is it a drum solo? No, it's not. It is this one. It's Back to the Front. I want to go back. I'm getting distracted by me not remembering how the song goes. But I love this stop. It stops, but the hi-hat keeps going, and it's just the one guitar. It's just James going. Let's hear the suck. You can hear you. Oh no. That's a really cool sound because he's not just playing the cymbals. It's not shh. There's like a whoosh. There's an effect to it. This isn't it sounds like it could be a cymbal that was struck, and then they recorded it and then they reversed the sound to make it but it also has like a it's got a unique sound to it. I want to hear it one more time. Oh, bomb. The bass there was just going bomb, 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 Oh, cool. All right. I'm into it. Oh. Get kind of a chromatic build down. It's really cool to hear that because we have the one guitar doing this. It's a really palm muted rhythm on the low string, but then we have one guitar that is holding out, and that's really it. They don't match, right? They're not playing together. They're playing two different things, but it sounds really cool. Again, in the recording, we have the palm muted guitar doubled, so there's actually more than just two guitars playing at this point in the recording, but obviously live they would trade off. One of them would play one part, one would play the other. It sounds to me like James might be doing the lead because it's in the left speaker, right? I'll have to verify that. We went up to a different note. Yeah. Okay, so I love stops. I love when everything stops and one instrument gets to just do a thing. There's a really cool, that first hit, the riff is all right, we got a it's almost straight 16ths or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, whatever you want to count it. But then the next one has a triplet, and it kind of it's like it's I want to describe it as like when you throw something, it has an arc at the top and then it slowly comes down. Or maybe a roller coaster when it's going over you're right at the and then we're gonna go into the main part of the next part of the song. So that's a really cool way to do things. If you're writing a song, you have a stop, you have the first one that's going pretty normal to the rest of the song so far, and then the second one, bop, 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 bop. You have a really cool rhythm pattern that way. I like that. Now we have straight drums. We were kind of halftime so far. The cool thing about having a riff that's just the E string, you could play virtually anything on top of that, almost, and argue that it's in key. I mean, because it's just one note, E, 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 E. So pretty much play whatever you want on top of that and you got a key. Naturally, you want to find your key signature and play within there, but you can kind of fudge some notes here and there. But it's kind of nice to have a rhythm like that. It's not so complicated moving around. When you have a riff like Master of Puppets, for instance, it's really hard to harmonize with because it's moving so much. Like, where is the root note? But this one, where is it? It's on E. We all know where it is, so play whatever your heart desires. I like how it goes. Oh, okay, I like that a lot. Okay, I was listening to the rhythm pattern. And then the second time through, it goes up, and then it goes up higher. And then the third time through, it comes up to that high part and then comes down again, just like the first time through. But then the fourth time through, it stayed on the E all the way through. It didn't move up at all. That was interesting and totally unexpected. I thought it was going to go up to that high part again by keeping it low. They're challenging my expectations, and boy, how do I like it when they do that. Right. I want to call attention to the hits on this. They're not just bum, 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 bah. You can't just play it straight on the downs, on the downbeat, like on the one or whatever you want to call it, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. It's not like that. They're doing off weird ones. Let's see if I can count it. It's going to take me the whole song probably to figure it out, but we're going to call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We're going to count it that way. Yeah, there's a weird time in there. Did you hear that? They emphasized the 4, and then there was only 3. So then they've got a weird 7 in there somewhere. We'll count it again. Now we have a change up.
Back to the front. You will do what I say when I say back to the front. You will die when I say you must die. Back to the front. You coward.
I love that.
You blind man.
Yeah, that's natural. And look, there's no like interlude there. It goes straight from the chorus to verse 2. With a muted cymbal. He's actually hitting the snare and the cymbal, so he's going to have to grab the cymbal with the same hand to mute it, or he's going to have to bring the snare up and it's a different move, right? It's a little bit more challenging than hitting the kick in the cymbal and muting it. The snare and the cymbal, that's a little bit different, a little harder. So props. Major props. I like this. That fill. It's matching. Every instrument is playing kind of the same thing. The guitar is doing it. The drums are emphasizing. It's got a nice offbeat hit. I love this band. They're just so good at what they do. Back to this. Drums. Just nice. But the guitars are still in. It's cool. It's cool. They're just. I don't have any other words. Just cool all the way around. Okay, listen. Still E. Crash. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's cool, right? That's cool. You add a random 6/4 in there, just randomly like that. It always makes me happy. You're playing with some goofy time signatures, and I got a smile on my face. It might not suit you. It suits me.
Back to the front. You will do what I say when I say back to the front. You will die when I say you must die. Back to the front. You coward. You servant. You blind man.
Ooh, okay, cool. It's just one little like half measure of guitar, and then we're just right back into. Now we back to a halftime feel, back on the ride cymbal. Do you hear that? Bing, 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 bing. He's doing some fancy stuff with the ride cymbal. That's unlike Lars. It's who's playing drums on this? Are you sure? Are you sure this is Lars on this? Because one ride cymbal's kind of phasing out here. We're still gonna have it for a couple more records, but it doesn't really get much use going forward. But this little bing 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 bing, he's doing a little extra, a little something extra there. I'm gonna rewind it. Listen to the ride cymbal. Oh. Right here. Yeah. Now we got straight padding. Is that the same riff? I think that's the same riff they were playing with the "Why Am I Dying?" But I want to go back to the ride cymbal thing because it's not like it's some expert, play style. It's not some like grand, oh my goodness, nobody can play doubles on the ride cymbal. Like this is a very common thing for drummers to do. Bing, but it's just a little faster and more. It's just different for Lars. He's usually just 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of guy, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. He doesn't really get much. He doesn't really do a lot of offbeats on the cymbals. All of his odd characteristics of his drumming come in his fills and his tendency to play on the offbeat, and of course the cymbal mutes. So when you hear some actual technique to the way that he's hitting the cymbal, that's fresh for me. That's like I gotta give some credit for this because I don't think that he does this really in many other songs. That's all. All right, let's jam out. We had 2 guitars going there. Soloing. It wasn't a duel. I want to go back, but there's a doubling of the record. You hear it? Right there. There's a weird, just slightly back there when they're coming. There was a doubling, and so one guitar is going at a different pace than the other. They're not necessarily harmonizing. They're both just kind of coming down. It's like trickling. It's like water. It's like rain coming from the sky. Maybe it's raining bullets from the sky. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You hear it? Cool. Just that one little section. Halftime. Back to straight. Yeah. Little harmony. Back to the ride cymbal. Yeah. Sing it with me. I was born for dying. Thrash. Okay, so that was a weird transition for me. I thought and then go into the thrash thing. It felt a little off to me. It was a little wonky. I feel like we could have just gone straight to the verse, which I think we're going to here. I don't know. That little section I don't think we needed to come back to. Kind of ruins it for me. Not ruins it, but brings it down a few notches. Just a wonky transition, that's all. Oh, simple mutes on the first time. That was surprising. So in every verse so far, the cymbal mutes was the second time through the riff. But this time it was the first time through. Changing it up. Good job. They doubled up on that. Da, 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 da. That riff too. I haven't talked about that yet, but that one feels goofy. I haven't looked it up or anything, but that one feels like da, 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 da. I think I'm counting it on a different beat than they are because it seems to progress at a different, like I want to come in on an off beat, or I want to come in on a down beat, and they're doing the inverse. I don't know. Interesting. That's all. No comment, just interesting. But they doubled it. Went higher. That's powerful. Sing it. Back to the front. That's cool. Back to kind of. Yeah. Yeah, the guitars are kind of doing what the vocals were doing in the chorus before. It kind of calls back to the intro too, when at the very beginning. Yeah. It's cool. And then now we've got a harmonized version, but we're still keeping. It's a kind of a call and response. We got the back to the front lyrics, back to the front lyric, but now this time it's back to the front guitar, like melodic version of what the vocals used to be. Back to the front is still there. Harmony guitars, real cool. Back to this riff. This riff doesn't really do it for me, but I do like this. Now they're raising it up. They're building. Is that double kick? Oh, you can hear the bass. Boo-doo-doo. There was a real goofy drum fill there towards the end. Like it didn't quite take. He had to practice it maybe a couple times. It didn't feel like it was really perfected in a way that it should have. And then they went back to that riff again. And I don't know. You know, this song it's okay. It doesn't sit as well as, well, you know what? I'm talking too much. Let's get to the rating. Whoosh. Lyrics, what's this song about? This song is about the military machine and breeding young men to become warriors, taking their personalities out of them and giving them only a weapon. Their only friend, it says here in the song, left to die with only friend, alone I clench my gun. That's some pretty potent stuff. And there's a lot of people out there in the world, not just here in America, but all over the world, who are born into a very military-heavy society. Some of them through dictators, some of them through just their family pushing them to go that route. Whatever the case is, there's a lot of war and a lot of people who are like actually craving war. And this is kind of the ironic twist of like, hey, we're singing about this, but they're not promoting it. They're saying how bad this is, that we're just sending 21-year-old kids molded from clay. Here you go back to the front, right? You're going to do what I say because I told you that's what's going to happen. Sir, yes, sir. Back to the front. No personality, just a gun in hand. And I think that that's what the song is about. It's pretty potent. It's pretty clear what the lyrics are about. They're fine. They're good lyrics. I like them. I like that it tells a story. I like that it has something to say. And I like that it inspires me to go vote. So if you haven't already, this is airing around 10 in the morning Central Time in the U.S. If you're a U.S. citizen, get out there and get your voice heard. This is Tomato Soup, my first ever guitar. And every single election, it gets a new sticker. So go get a new sticker. Also, lyrically, this one gets a 3. Instrumentation. I don't know. I guess they did pretty good. I don't really have anything to say. It was fun hearing the extra ride cymbal hits throughout the song. Good job, Lars. I like that intro. Bum, 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 bum. I like how the guitars are playing different things, how one guitar is chugging while the other's playing a note. There's some cool harmonies in there. So, I don't know. I'll give them a 3. Composition. Now, You know that I love when they add those weird time signatures in, and that's true. I really do love it. But this song doesn't really grab me in the way that a lot of their others do. It doesn't follow the same verse chorus, bridge chorus. Like there's a little bit of a change in there because we bring the bridge back twice, but it still is kind of verse chorus, bridge, verse chorus. I don't know, it's fairly similar to a lot of their other songs, but what really drags it down for me is actually that thrash riff when it starts going into the Soldier Boy Made of Clay, the dun, 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 dun. As much as I like that extra beat or that missing beat in there, it just I kind of doesn't feel like it's the same song anymore. It feels different, and I don't know, it just there's a few wonky bits. It's not terrible, it's not bad, but it just doesn't speak to me the same way. So I'm gonna have to put this right in the middle for composition. Gets a 2. Memorability. How memorable is the song? Well, you saw the intro. No, all things considered, they did do some things that were pretty memorable. I tend to forget this because I don't listen to it very often because, like I said, it doesn't grab me. But they do have one strong thing going for them in this song, and that is back to the front. 4 words, very memorable, and it's repeated multiple times per chorus, and then there's at least, 3 or 4 choruses, and then there's a whole outro. So it repeats so many times, you can't help but remember. And also, really back to the front. It kind of like the music emphasizes that point. So it's not just saying the words, but it's also music to emphasize it. So having all that makes that part really memorable. But I think that the rest of the song kind of goes, I don't know. I don't remember it much. So I'm going to just keep this one right in the middle. 2 points. Emotional response. Admittedly, this whole time through the song, you saw me go back a couple of times. I was actually listening a lot more to production and what the heck they were doing than I was really caring about the song. And that's unfortunate because the lyrics are pretty good and there's some wonderful stuff in here that is worth celebrating. But I don't know what it is about this song. It just doesn't grab me. It's not that the message isn't important. It's not that the musicianship is bad. It's just, the bar is so high. The bar has already been set so high. And so, I don't know, I'm just kind of meh about it. So, unfortunately, because I didn't really like it that much, I'm going to knock it down. This one, emotional response, gets a 1. And so, Disposable Heroes gets a grand total of 11 points, which puts it womp womp, not on the top 10 list. Unfortunately, it did not make it. It is in 18th place currently out of 23 songs so far. So not a super great score, but look at this top 10 list. It's a pretty good list still, right? Still pretty good. I think Puppets is a pretty good place at number 1. I bet it's going to get beat, but I don't really know. And Hit the Lights is in number 10. So something to look for. What song do you think is going to be the next one to get up on this list? You tell me in the comments below. And of course, tell me what score you would give this song if you were grading it based on my criteria. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, do the whole thing. Subscribing this channel helps me out. 64% of you are not subscribed. Hit that button, it's free. And it can help us get to 1,000 subscribers, which is a really important goal for me. So let's do that. And go vote, dagnammit. And I'll see you here tomorrow for Leper Messiah. Dun, 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 dun. Thanks for watching.